So I'm up in Leroy Merlin in Elche. In this video, I'm going to do a comparison. So you can go and check in your local DIY stores, your garden centres, the price of garden equipment. I am getting the pellets for the fire, but I thought I need to get a strimmer for the garden because it's going absolutely crazy. What one do I get is the biggest choice. But let's look at the prices of them and you can do a comparison of things like lawnmowers and shit, just for the sake of it. Start off with a good old leaf blower because everyone needs a leaf blower. So first of all, you've got these little, that's a well-known make back in the UK. That leaf blower is around about 92 euros. And then you've got sort of bigger industrial ones. And there's a little one, 38 euros, 149 for that one, I think. And all the way up to 179 for a Black & Decker. Is that the Black & Decker one? Anyway, so other garden tools, hedge trimmers, because everyone has a hedge. Well, not many people do back home now, do they? Everyone cuts their hedges down and puts up fences. But if you do need a hedge trimmer, do you go for one of these extended ones? That's for cutting down trees, isn't it? You go to one of these ones. 47 quid, that's alright. 47 euros for that. The hedge trimmer. I think I'd more likely to go with something like that because then you could use it. Maybe not, I don't know, I'm not a gardener. As you all know, I'm definitely not a farmer. But let's look at these ones. They range from 55 euros, 99 euros, 99 euros, 159 euros for these hedge trimmers. The Roby hedge trimmers. Right, what I'm really here for. Now, do I really need something that industrial? This is the problem. And I definitely don't want one with these blades on it because the blades chuck up stones and I don't really want to smash a window in the house. But, or do you go for a petrol one or do you go for an electric one? Going by the size of the garden that we have, I reckon a petrol one. Now there's one there, it's 121 euros. 121 euros for that one. Or do you go for one of these? Nah, can't do a smaller electric one. It'd just be a complete waste of time with the size of the garden. Well, there's that one. It's a 600 watt. It's 350 watt. That's not the right one. It needs to have a bit of... Yeah, it's going to have to be a petrol one, isn't it? I'm just thinking, because I know the size of the weeds in the garden just now. And for maintaining it, and plus, can you sell a petrol one easier than you could sell an electric one? I would say you could sell the electric one. So if we move house to somewhere that doesn't have a big garden, my thinking is you'll be able to sell the petrol one a lot easier. Let's have a look at the lawnmowers and see the price of the lawnmowers compared to the UK. And power washers. So this one starts at 259 to 300 to 400. Jesus, who'd have known a lawnmower was so expensive these days? Nearly 440 euros. There's one at 700. It's one of these automatic things. Are they really worth it? I mean, you'd have to cut the grass with it every single day, wouldn't you? I mean, you've got people with big lawns. There's one that's got 20% off down to 159. Not that I need a lawnmower. I need the other one fixed, to be honest. Because the ring, this bit here, is jammed. And I know a guy that could fix it. 159 for this. That's tiny though, really. Mind you, it comes with the strimmer. But that's not the type of strimmer I need because it is far too small. Right, let's look at power washers. Have a look at power washers. Not that I need a power washer, but it's just to give you a comparison so that you can check out the prices back in the UK. So you've got a Karcher one. Karcher's a good make for domestic things. €139. 139. 5 years guarantee with the Karcher. Karcher are basically unbreakable. You mean you could throw these things about all day and they won't break. Does it have the power for high pressure washing of a driveway or that? No. No, it doesn't. It's a 600 watt, 380 litres per hour. It's just a toy. It doesn't give you the pressure PSI on it though. But I know from experience, it's just not powerful enough if you're going to do driveways. There's another Karcher one. That's for cleaning your car, because that's the foaming extension for cleaning the car. So most of these are just for cleaning cars. There's one that they're saying the Karcher 4. How much is that one? This one. This Karcher here, which comes with all these kits, is $339. $339 for that Karcher. So check that model out, and you can compare it to the UK. Probably need to translate that. And then they go up in price. No, they don't go down in price. There's one there, 500. Nilfisk. Now that's a good make. I know that's a good make because they do lots of pressure washers. They do lots of different machineries, scrubber dryers, things like that. So I know that will have the pressure to do. Yep. 28 kilos. 511. 511. Is it a hot water one though? Not too sure about that. If you wanted a hot water one, you would go down the petrol route. But anyway, that gives you the price range of power washers. And there is electric, there are petrol ones further up. Petrol one's only $449. That's actually a good value for money for a petrol one. You see that one up there. It's $449. It's not in the shop though, it gets delivered to the house. So they do petrol ones at $449. Is that good value for money? All you gardeners and power washers that are out there. 449 quid. The reason I'm looking at that is my brother's looking at something like that back home. Anyway, Leroy Merlin and Elche. I just now need to decide what strimmer I'm going to get for the garden. I've now come up to Brico Depot because I like Brico Depot better, to be honest. And the reason I like Brico Depot is they do a lot of windows. So if you are refurbishing a house, Brico Depot is probably one of the cheapest places to buy windows. Now you're not going to have to get someone to install them, but they do roof windows and do a lot of pit doors and everything. And if you wanted to go down the old traditional route also, which I think is fantastic and not enough people do it, they do the old style windows, which is brilliant with the shutters. I just love that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's windows. Let's go and look at the lawnmowers and strimmers, and hopefully I'll buy a strimmer in here. Let's start off with the power washers. They do have a bigger selection of stuff up here, I think. But there's a similar one to the one down, 549 for the Karcher. Erebor, that's probably spelt that wrong, but there's one. It's not got the price for that one. Is that it there? 399. That looks a beast of a machine. It does look a beast of a machine. And then there's one with spinners on it for doing driveways. And that's 115 if you're doing your patio, which is a fantastic way to do the patio here in Spain. So let's look at the lawnmowers first of all. They have the lawnmowers set out in price. That's what I like about here, because they go for the cheapest. Down at one end, you've got 74 euros, 104 euros, 129, 189, all the way up to 159. And then on the top one, they have the big petrol ones that go from 199 up there, all the way to 425. Right, so let's look at the strimmers. Right, that's more what I'm looking for. It's a metal blade though. I don't know if I should go down the metal blade route. I'm starting to think it might be the only possibility due to the fact that the petrol ones are a little bit more expensive. Decisions. And I don't really want to go down the route of an electric one because it's a massive garden that we have and it's needing quite a lot done. But there's a multi-tool one. Do I just go down that road? Spend 189 euros on a multi-tool that does strimmer. That could be worth it. Karen would go absolutely nuts if I took that home. She said, what the hell do you need all that for? The garden. Saves getting the gardener in. But they don't have as a big a selection of strimmers at this bit. Let's see if we've got them down here. Chainsaws. Interesting, because my brother's just bought a chainsaw back home. And he was looking at the prices, and the prices back home were ridiculous. There's ones at 149, 129, 119, 199. 88 for that one. 159, 139. So interesting. How do they compare? So the decision has been made. I'm not going to go for the all-in-one kit because I don't think I need all that. Definitely don't need the hedge trimmer. Definitely don't need the tree cutter because I'm not going to cut down trees. That's 189 euros. That one. This one is 89 euros and it's 1,000 watt. But it's got a bump feed. It's not an automatic feed. You basically just bump it down to feed it. But it also has the metal blade. Now the metal blade will come in handy for some of the thicker stuff that I want to cut down out the front of the house. And it's 1,000 watt, which means it won't burn out. That was my only thing with the cheaper ones, that they tend not to cut as good. But perfect. There's a 25 metre cable that will do for the back garden. Even better. Result. So for me, I had to get the jumper off. It's bloody roasting. Don't know why I was thinking having a jumper on. Brico Depot has won this war. It wasn't really a war, was it? It was a price comparison. And I think I got a better value for money at Brico Depot compared to Leroy Merlin. Tell me what the prices are like for some of these tools back home in the UK or wherever you stay in the world. On that note, hasta luego.